Hello. In this short video, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about setting up a still life at home. Now, if we were back in the classroom, we would have used that junk that you saw laying around the studio to create our own still life. And one of the nice things about being at home is that you guys can kind of customize your still life with your own stuff. And you also, if you notice here that I'm next to this, it's this beautiful day today on Friday, but I'm next to this bright window. So you can see I can use my curtains, or if you have some blinds or whatever, you can control the amount of light that's coming in. So for example, if I open up this curtain, I get that full light, that full effect there, okay? And then if I close the curtains, of course, it's softer light. So I really recommend that you use natural light for your still life if possible. If for whatever reason that's too hard to do, you can create light with a desk lamp or any kind of light, even a flashlight. You can have someone hold a flashlight and make a more dramatic nighttime still life. So that part is entirely up to you, like how you want to do that. I've got two different examples here of still life, and these are just quick things that I threw together kind of out of the kitchen that we have laying around here. But this still life right here is a little bit more of kind of a conventional, traditional still life. If you look at it, and again, what does an avocado have to do with an apple and wine? And I mean, it's whatever you want it to be. So you could make it simpler with fewer objects, or you could make it more complicated with more objects. And you can kind of look into that and think about that a little bit. One of the things that you're looking for, regardless of the still life subjects and objects that you choose, is that you're looking for different texture, you're looking for light and dark, you're looking for contrast. So those are going to be some key things. So for example, like a pineapple is a very intricate thing and difficult thing to draw, whereas maybe an apple is a little bit easier. Now keep in mind this is going to be a black and white charcoal drawing, so color really isn't going to play into it. And actually I want you guys to use your cameras to take photographs of it and then use the black and white filter. So you're in a way you're kind of working from your photograph. You can still keep the still life up and work from it. I just use a cutting board on a stool right here, and you notice I just have a dish rag right here, and that's a little bit of a white bottom here to add some contrast to my objects that I have in here. So I can see my my spoon and my fork. I can see the avocado better because I have this white backdrop here. You don't have to do that. These are just examples. You can see I have clear glass with the wine bottle or the juice glass. I've got a different texture with my coffee mug, and so on. So again, this is one example, but it does not have to be fruit, it doesn't have to be food, it doesn't have to be any of that. These are just things that we're laying here. If we go over to this still life right here, and I kind of intentionally just made a big jumble of stuff. And the reason I did that is because I want you to be comfortable grabbing anything that you want that is of interest to you. So typically and traditionally in art classes, random mundane objects are used because the teacher doesn't want you to be too sort of concerned about the actual object and more about its shape, its texture, whether it's transparent or opaque, dark, light, shiny, dull, and so on. Okay? What I tried to show in this jumble, which admittedly is just a big mix of stuff, but what I tried to show here is we've got some organic material, we have machine-made or human-made objects, we have different materials like metal, glass, wood, we've got elliptical and cylindrical things, we have a line running through here with the cord from the charger, we've got repetition, which is repeating that circular kind of thing over and over you see throughout here. We have some organic material, the orchid, the leaves of the orchid right here. I probably could have done more of that. I also have light coming in. I've got the white cloth again underneath it to kind of add some contrast. Again, maybe you're going to have a bunch of light objects, white and other objects, and you want a dark background, okay? What I don't recommend you do is have, like our table here is black, So if you have a bunch of dark objects with a dark background, just for obvious reasons that you might not be able to see it as much, because we're trying to really kind of create as much optical illusion as we possibly can. So these are just 2 tips, and they're 2 things that you could consider to make your own still life. You are going to be doing that drawing on Reeves BFK, which is that has the deckled edge, and you're going to stain the whole paper, and then you're going to compose your still life drawing based on your photo. And again, you can crop in or you can pan out and show more of it. It's kind of a personal approach there, and it's similar to the black and white drawing that we just did. We saw different versions where some people showed the entire object and others zoomed way in. So again, that's entirely your choice there. I will follow this video up with more videos about how to start the still life drawing. But hopefully this just gives you some ideas. So keep in mind, take advantage of a bright sunny day. If it's raining tomorrow, you're still going to get some light, some nice light coming in from an ambient day. So it doesn't have to be a bright sunny day. If that's not convenient, you don't have a window where you could set this up by, you might set up a desk light or some flashlights or whatever. You can get creative with that. So it can be a more traditional kind of where everything is upright and looks normal. It looks like the way it would look if you had people over for dinner or something. And then you could also go with another version of things that are kind of just askew and jumbled together. You can also pick like some of your favorite things. Like you might consider, like let's say you collect tennis shoes, or you have a set of beats or something, like a couple different beats, or you have things that you collect in your room. You can include those into your still life. You can put anything in there. Maybe you have a teddy bear collection. You could do a jumble of teddy bears. It really doesn't matter. You could even take this opportunity to do like a little commission. So if someone in your family maybe wants you to do a drawing or include one of their things in the drawing, you could just place it right in there. But the key is to think about adding variety in value, light to dark, and in texture. Be very specific and very deliberate with your lighting. Don't just light it randomly by flipping the lights on, but put some thought into it so that light is coming from one direction or another to make it more dramatic. Again, I will follow up with more videos demonstrating the actual drawing portion of this, but for now, just get thinking about a still life. You can set up a still life probably in 15 to 20 minutes, take several good photographs, and then put everything away. You don't have to have it out in your house the whole time. You can work solely from the photograph, just for convenience purposes, okay? And I'll follow up also with an email to kind of further explain this. But for now, enjoy the rest of your day and have a great weekend.